Hello, my name is William Ozier, and this is my fundraising proposal with the goal of creating a new eco-village called the Neotown Project. A little history for you. In 1965, a group of art students pooled their money, purchased land, and created Drop City, considered by many to be the first intentional community and eco-village created here in America. Since this first experiment, there have been literally hundreds of eco-villages that have formed, and sadly, most of them have not passed the test of time. It's time for a new experiment in eco-village development, one that incorporates the lessons of the last 40 years in the community's movement, and that is the goal of the Neotown Project. My name is William Ozier, call me Wes. I've dedicated nearly 10 years of my life to sustainable design education and the community movement, both personally and professionally. For 4 years, I lived and worked at the Arcosani Project created by the late Dr. Paulo Soleri. The Arcosani Project seeks to blend human culture, architecture, and the environment together into one harmonious phenomenon. There I ran the educational workshop programs for 4 years, participated in construction, in the gardens, gave lectures, and learned design theory from Dr. Paulo Soleri. While at Arcosani, I also served several times on the community council, helping to shape the community life of the project, as well as the professional and educational life of the project. After Arcosani, I had the privilege of working for the Acosta Institute, now sponsored by Prescott College, teaching a semester-long program in sustainable design for aspiring design professionals. After Acosta, I lived and worked at the Lost Valley Educational Center in Oregon. There I ran the permaculture design programs and was heavily involved in the business and community development of the nonprofit organization and community. All in all, I have over 8 years experience running all aspects of educational programs dedicated to teaching do-it-yourself scale hands-on work in sustainable design and community living. In addition to running these programs, I had the privilege of taking classes and workshops from some of the giants in the field. I learned passive solar design from Edward Mazria, author of the Passive Solar Design Handbook. Rainwater collection from Brad Lancaster, author of Rainwater Harvesting from Drylands and Beyond. How to build living machines, eco machines, from Dr. John Todd, as well as design concepts from the late Dr. Paulo Soleri and from Glenn Murcutt, winner of the Pritzker Prize, basically the Nobel Prize of Architecture for his work in sustainable home design. I've built 4 do-it-yourself scale eco machines for wastewater treatment, did professional straw bale construction work on a 2-story greenhouse in Flagstaff, Arizona for Mountain Meadows Permaculture. I've worked with papercrete, straw, cob, and a host of other materials and techniques, some more successful than others. I've also self-published Williams PDC, a full textbook for permaculture design course available for sale on Amazon.com, and I've published over 30 articles. I am also a LEED accredited professional. I have the experience as an educator, administrator, designer, community leader, and scholar to be able to design the next step of the intentional community movement, Neotown. The mission of the Neotown Project will be to teach students how to create and maintain their own sustainable eco-villages at the do-it-yourself scale. The Neotown Project will be a membership nonprofit which owns land used to run workshops to serve as living textbooks for community development. The educational hands-on workshops will be the core of the Neotown Project. The projects of these workshops will be the textbooks, so to speak, by which we will teach our theories and designs. I've designed 5 programs that will be the backbone of the Neotown curriculum and community development strategy. The first program will be a certified 4-week permaculture design program. Our first hands-on program will be the Eco Cubes. These modest 8x8 cubes will demonstrate the basic techniques in sustainable home design. They will be made of varying materials, show rainwater catchment, green roofing, as well as the basics in passive solar design. These structures will produce a modest living space for one individual. The second workshop program will be focused on the creation of small domes able to provide housing for a single individual. We will use different techniques such as geodesics as well as corbel domes and a variety of alternative materials and theories. An advanced workshop will create eco structures, basically larger versions of the eco cubes that incorporate the same basic techniques, but on a modestly larger scale. The fifth program will teach how to design and create food systems. We will experiment in appropriate gardening techniques, as well as systems such as aquaponics, container gardening, and vertical farming. The workshops will not only be teaching tools, they will also be the backbone of the community development of the Neotown site itself. By running workshops in close proximity to each other, we will be able to build small community clusters, able to provide modest housing for 10 or so people. The overall site will be divided into individual community sites, roughly an acre or so in size. Workshops will be focused on a single acre until the community cluster is finished. The workshops will then move to another acre, and so on, and so on, and so on. 10 or so members will then be able to move into a cluster to form their own decision-making body, their own community rules, and conduct their own livelihood, even able to build their own structures and grow as their own community. Each community will then send a representative to a central decision-making body called the Town Council to craft rules and policies that affect the whole nonprofit and the site itself. This model of multiple communities has been pioneered by places such as Oroville, Damanhur, The Farm, and the Dancing Rabbit Eco Village. It will enable us to provide experiments in both the physical construction of communities as well as the social structure of communities. Of course, Neotown will be open to students and visitors, but membership will be something special. To become a member, one will have to earn membership points. I don't like calling it points, but it's my working concept for now. The basic idea is to create an equitable way to ensure that members are trained and experienced in sustainable design and community leadership before becoming members of the Neotown project. Points will be awarded based on taking classes or on volunteering for Neotown. Points will also be awarded to those who have previous experience before coming to Neotown. Points will be awarded for people who have a permaculture design certificate. Points will be awarded for those who have lived in other eco-villages, and also for other considerations to be determined. I will also award points for alumni of the Arcosani Project, the Acosa Institute, and the Lost Valley Educational Center because I always support the home team. In addition, points and scholarships will be awarded for those who donate to this fundraising campaign. So donate today to lay the foundation for your future community at Neotown. I am seeking to raise $30,000. This money will be put towards the purchase of land in a rural location, most likely in Arizona. Any additional funds will be used for site development. I've not yet chosen land, as the total amount of money raised will determine the potential sites that can be purchased, balancing acreage, zoning, and proximity to existing cities. The problems of global warming, water table depletion, species extinction, environmental degradation, and other effects of our modern lifestyle are not some doom and gloom prophecies. These problems are upon us now. Neotown will not be a magic wand to fix all of these problems, but it will be a voice in the chorus and an agent of change in the world. As far as I'm concerned, Neotown is already 10 years behind schedule. I'm ready to get to work, and I'm sure that you are too. I guarantee you there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people out there ready as well. They just need a place to go. If only 300 people donated $100 to this fundraiser, we would reach our goal. So donate and then share this video. And I look forward to meeting you at the Neotown site someday soon. Thank you. Yay.